Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief. We're talking about my favorite thing in the entire world, goddamn cryptocurrency. That's right. Today we're talking about NFTs, not just any NFTs. We're talking about SUI chain NFTs and why I believe they are better than all other NFTs on all other chains, which logically means they're going to go massively up in price. Of course, nothing I talk about in today's video is financial advice. You need to do your own research. But I thought we'd caveat by we're going to go through this video. I'm going to show you a couple collections and what's possible on SUI with NFTs. And you can't do that anywhere else at the moment, right? And we'll just kind of caveat it by explaining what NFTs on SUI are and how are they different, right? So SUI NFTs are built on a total different architecture to what you would expect from, a Bored Ape Yacht Club or a CryptoPunk or even my own NFT collection on Polygon, the SEC, right? Thanks to the object-based ownership and move programming, every NFT on SUI is born dynamic, upgradable. It's a dynamic, upgradable object. It's not just metadata on a token. For example, when I launched an NFT collection, I created the art, right? Then I put the art on IPFS or Pinata, right? And it pinned it there. And then I made some metadata in a JSON file for each different NFT. And there we go. We minted, right? I can't change the metadata. I can change the image and, I can point to a different image, I guess. But like if I wanted to in any way upgrade the NFT collection, I would have to create an entirely new NFT and send it to all the current NFT owners and then ask them all to burn the old NFT, which a lot of them wouldn't do it, right? And then there'd be confusion about which one is the real one, which one is the most valuable one, right? But with SUI NFTs, they're dynamic, they're upgradable objects. So they can be automatically, magically changed without having to resubmit new NFTs to anyone, right? This means faster minting, lower fees, and way more customization, right? You can nest NFTs. You can create dynamic gameplay assets on SUI. You can upgrade NFTs on chain without needing clunky proxy contracts. A proxy contract is basically a contract on top of the NFT, which can then alter it, which makes it a little bit dodgy, right? Gas stays low, even at scale, and developers have full composability right out the gate. ERC-721s, the NFTs that we see on Ethereum chain and Binance Smart Chain Polygon, they just can't keep up. They're old. Yeah, it's old tech. So, SUI NFTs aren't just the future. They're around right now. They're better than NFTs on any other chain. And we're going to check out some today. So if you're interested in that, then, you're going to learn a little bit about why I'm so bullish on SUI and NFTs. We have Gridvim. Good morning, Brew. Good morning. So let's get into it. Let's just begin by checking out our bubble.fun, where, of course, we had the SUI Trump pump stream yesterday. SUI Trump is our token here. We had a nice little pump on there. We managed to pretty much hold steady after the big pump, which is cool. So currently, SUI Trump sitting $451,000 market cap. SUI Trump is our meme coin. It is the mascot of our next rollout. We don't have an NFT collection. I purposely haven't made any NFTs for SUI Trump because at the moment, I think it would just be extracting value from the ecosystem and we don't need it right now, right? In the future, if we have a purpose to make dynamic, adjustable, object-based NFTs on SUI, I'd love to, but at the moment, there's no reason. So that's why we're not doing it. I don't want to try pool money from people. I want to try create things that I think are going to make you money. So that's why we haven't. But we are, of course, getting ready for the private raise for SuidEX, which is going to be the utility for SUI Trump. It's going to buy and burn SUI Trump with 40% of the fees. We're having a private raise for the emission and reward token Victory on June 1st. If you're interested in this, it's linked in the description, suidex.org. You can join the waiting list right now, where you can click here, submit your SUI wallet address and your email. These are the most important ones. And then you'll be on the whitelist for the launch on June 1st. It's USDC. It is on SUI chain, right? Of course, we're going to be making a lot more content about this coming up to the private raise, hard cap 100K. Small raise. Let's fill it and let's just get to it. Then we're going to launch and we're going to have a yield farm on SUI with a DEX that's going to buy and burn SUI Trump. So, of course, that's why we got the Trump pump, because we had a couple of calls and influencers that contacted and told them this is what's going to happen. They're like, wow, that's great. Let's pump the Trump. And we did. So SUI, let's talk about SUI because that's what we're talking about today, NFTs. So SUI is doing pretty well. Of course, the market cap SUI, it is 13th top crypto. And in terms of on-chain TVL, I think it's top 5 at the moment, just behind Arbitrum, which is good. And we're seeing higher and higher inflows of USDC stable coins coming into SUI, which is usually a signal for people who want to start buying into SUI network, spending money on projects that they see that have high potential, like SUI Trump, right? So we're going to go through a couple that I've found that I think are digital gold on SUI, undervalued, and also are going to, I think, go up in price. This is my opinion. Of course, you will have another opinion on it. And we're not going to cover too many. I chose 3 to speak about today. The first one is going to show off exactly what I mean by the object model that SUI can use. And it's the biggest one on SUI as well, right? So that would be this collection here. Do we have them here? Yeah. So this is Dunies, which you've probably heard of. If not, then welcome to Dunies. Dunies have the highest trading volume on TradePort, which is where you would find your NFTs and trade them, right? TradePort, this one here. So TradePort is like OpenSea, but on SUI, right? This is where you would get going with everything. So you can see that the biggest collections, top 5, would be Adidas for some reason. They have an NFT. Great. Their volume is the highest today. They have Mystic Yetis, which is a collection from Lofi. We have Dunies, Catfight. Hey, stop fighting. Told you many times. As soon as it starts stream, you're ruining it. It's always the brown one, right? See the black one? He's really good. He doesn't do anything, right? He's so nice. See the black one? He's great. The other one, evil cat. Yeah, Mystic Yetis from Lofi, right? Lofi NFTs. So these ones are a rollout from the team at Lofi, which is the largest, I think, meme coin on SUI. And they're, of course, going to keep going. That comment was sus. Don't know what that means. But yeah, so they are the largest meme coin. So they have an NFT collection and they have pretty good volume. Daily volume is 29,000 SUI. So if SUI is $4, you can do the math there. Oh, there we go. $114,000 volume. So very low volume, right? Nothing that's going to break the bank here in terms of, or going to shock the banker, sorry. The prices can be a little high. I mean, 32 SUI. SUI's $4, so you're about $120 for a Mystic Yeti, right? To join them, they have 5,555. Dunies number 3. Yesterday they were number 1. They have consistent high volume. They have 4,000 in their collection. The MF Squid Market is kind of a promise of future utility with that one, right? And you can keep going down, and you're going to see lots of kind of PFP style NFTs and things, right? Which then makes you think, okay, how is this different to OpenSea? It's exactly the same. It's just like 2021, and it's completely useless, Richie. What are you talking about, right? When SUI Trump NFT, we will make a SUI Trump NFT if we have a reason to. It'll have to be linked to something that's actually tangibly going to be upgradable and game-based and fun. I don't want to release a PFP collection just for the sake of it. Like I said, it would just be extracting value, right, from people who already are in the ecosystem. We don't need that. We need to offer things which are going to add either betterment to your life, entertainment, or financial passive income would be the reason I'd make an NFT. Right. So we're going to check out Dunies because they have managed to make an example exactly of what you can do with upgradable NFTs, right? So Dunies are kind of skate punk themed NFTs. So they look pretty cool. We can check out their website. So meet Lost Dunies by Dead Skull Society, 4,444 degenerates from the 80s and 90s skate punk era built on the SUI network. So they have a couple fun things on their website. Oh, I'm not on the site. Here we go. A couple of fun things. You can, of course, they got a game. You can just play the game. This is ridiculously hard. This game, I was trying to play it earlier. Like, this is really hard. I'm rubbish at it. I die like every time. Yeah, I died already. God damn. Like, how are you supposed to? Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, no. No, I like some of these guys. They're up in like 200,000 points. I have no idea. Maybe they got touch screen and they're just like smashing their screen or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, so you can play their game, of course, but that's nothing to do with the NFT. What they did was they had been off kind of talking about opening a Clubhouse for a while, and they finally launched it. So what we have here, right, is the Dunies Clubhouse. You can find it at clubhouse.dunies.xyz. Now, because I own one of these bad boys, if you wanted to get a Dunies, you can purchase them for, what's the price of a Doonie right now? 99 SUI, right? I bought my one for 60 SUI last week, right? So already I'm 50% up in the price of this. I could now sell that and get back the, half the money I spent on it, which is pretty cool. So they're going up in price fast. So 99 SUI, you're talking around about $400 for a Dunies at the moment. The one I chose because I thought it was the best one of the cheaper options of them, because of course some of them go up. Let's go to my items. Let's look at my Doonie. Yeah, you can see I'm starting to get addicted to NFTs on SUI now. I've got a lot of scam ones though. That's annoying. Where's my Doonie? Oh my god, did I lose it? Hope not. Oh, there he is. So I got this one. He is Doonie 1009, and he has red sunglasses. He's got a cowboy hat. He's got skull tattoos on it. He's got a cigar. He's got a Nirvana t-shirt. Ticks all the boxes in office. It's a good drawing. I like that one. So I linked my wallet to the clubhouse.dunies.xyz, and now I've joined their Clubhouse. And there's a bunch of things you can do here. This is season 1. You are earning points. These points are being automatically allocated to your instantly upgradable SUI NFT. So they're already using the technology here. This would be impossible on ERC 20. You'd have to have a database on the site that's just then rewarding your thing, then sign back into the site and then collect your points and stuff. This is just adding on to your NFT as we're going, which is really fascinating, right? So there is a tutorial, which I found here, about what we can kind of do inside of this Clubhouse. So let's get to it and have a look at what we can do. Right, because I haven't done anything. I just linked my wallet and we're ready to go. So Dunies NFT Clubhouse is live. Holders can now join, delist, and begin earning points for future NFT upgrades and rerolls. So, you got to delist your NFT from the marketplace if you want to join the Clubhouse, which is fair enough, to be honest. But the Clubhouse is so much more. Here's what we get where we are so far. Member directory and search. Quickly find friends by searching their name or browsing members currently members are ordered by points. So we can browse the names of the members. Okay, so I guess we go to this. Members, do we have my SUI NS? No. So how does it know who I am? This one must be with, maybe I have to make my profile. Do I have to do my profile? Not sure. View profile. Cool. Yeah, so you make a profile inside this, then I guess it attaches to your NFT. Edit profile. Clever Hero. That's not my name. What's going on there? Yeah, so we can change this a bit. I'm just going to put down, my slogan, don't get wrecked. We can go to Twitter. Okay. Put in some details, right? We can put website, then we can put profile. So we can change, of course, our Doonie to the profile. Then we save the changes, and then it will have your PFP that you own with your name and everything. So when people search you up on the database, you're going to turn up. So I guess we can come back to member. Yep, there we go. Nice. And we can come to member. Then if I type back in Richie, yeah, there I am. So, okay, so I've got 355 points so far for this. So how do we get more? Let's go back to the article and see what else we can do with this. Right. So quickly find people. Next, member profiles. Earn 250 points when you connect your wallet, add your info and links, and display your holdings. More profile tools on the way. Cool. So I've done that, I believe. Oh yeah, because you display your Dunies holdings, not your other holdings, right? Dunies NFT collection of market metrics. We developed a faster, cleaner way to view the entire collection with accurate data. So essentially, they didn't like how it was being displayed in TradePort, so they made a better way to view the collection in the Clubhouse, which is smart, actually, because it adds more value to the collection. So yeah, now you can see all of them, right? So for example, like, the ones that we see on the TradePort are going to be the basic Dunies, which would be kind of like the one I have, but you can get extremely rare ones as well, which have very unique designs. They're totally different to the other ones. One really caught my eye there. Where was it? Yeah, that. It's wild. So you can kind of get a better idea of the scope of their collection while you're looking through. So like that one, like that's wild, right? So that's cool. So they really have some rare Dunies out there, which, you know, that's that paint. What's his name? Chat. Let me know in the chat. Who is this guy? I can't remember his name. He used to do old painting shows where he'd like do watercolor, and he had like the, you know, the same hair. Can't remember his name. Oh, there he is. Bard Ross. That's his name, Bard Ross. Okay. So for example, this Dooney, the one I bought was for 90 SUI. This one's going for 1,180 SUI to get one of the rarest Doonies. So they do have a big hike up in the price for the more expensive ones. Here's Fred Flintstone's Dooney. Good stuff. Okay, so that's fun. You can spend some time looking around the Clubhouse and checking out these kind of things, right? And what they have. Right, let's move on to points and what we can earn with it. Let's get back to this. NFT detail page. You can view single NFTs and all metadata regarding the asset, links to explorers, marketplaces, and trait data. Imagine where this is going. Probably a marketplace, I'm going to assume. So they're going to make their own marketplace for SUI NFTs, or they're going to add other NFT collections to the Dunies Clubhouse so that, you know, people can find a better marketplace on SUI. Imagine if OpenSea started with an NFT collection and then they became the largest NFT marketplace after, right? How valuable would those OpenSea NFTs from the original be? You can kind of speculate on that. Of course, it's only speculation. P2P trading. Trustless trades with Dunies for Dunies. Add in SUI as supplement. Trade multiple NFTs against multiple NFTs. No transfer claims, no fees, no drama. So TradePort are the most popular NFT marketplace, as I said, on SUI, but they have quite high fees for an NFT marketplace. So this is a way of trading back your assets without paying horrible fees, which is good. The leaderboard. View who's leading the pack and where you fit. Special perks, upgrades, and claims are available each season. More to be revealed soon. So if you own a Dooney, and this is only for if you own a Dooney, but I'm trying to explain, you know, what is happening on SUI and how this is growing. So if we come back to the Clubhouse, we have there Lost Doonies. Okay, so this is looking through the metadata in a better way. This is, it's asking me to connect my wallet again. Don't know why. Finding a trading partner. Okay. So you can look to trade with other people. And then finally you have the leaderboard, where it's where they're assigning your points for season 1. Now I'm talking about this day 1. This came out today. So for example, joining this right now to get going with it, you are, if you own a Dooney, then you should be getting involved with this because that's how you go. How to earn points. Automatically earn 1 point every hour for each unlisted Dooney you own. No action needed. Coming soon, additional ways to earn points will be introduced. Spend your points on trait, upgrades, and other exciting features. So essentially, the Dooney, which I have here, if I continue to work, you know, inside of their Clubhouse and build out my, you know, my points, I'll be able to add different aspects, you know, and new additions to my NFT and customize it to look however I want, depending on what's on offer, right? So that's kind of the amazing thing about SUI NFTs. So for example, all of these attributes in the future can be changed, right? If, you know, I get enough points inside of their system, probably new attributes can also be added as well. Now this kind of ties in massively with the whole gaming future for SUI with their SUI Play device, which is kind of like a Game Boy or Switch, right? But it's going to run on SUI blockchain. Imagine being able to take NFTs that you're buying on SUI chain and then immediately plugging them into the games that you're playing. Is the kind of predictable future of where this is going to go with Dunies. So it's cool. And I think the launch of this is going to completely moon the price of the Dunies, right? Floor right now, 91 SUI. So let's just bookmark that, right? They're 91 SUI right now. Dunies are 91 SUI. And Dunies are 91 SUI today. So let's come back in 2 months and see what the floor price is on these assets. I'm going to say they're going to be higher, much higher. much, much higher. But let's see if it all works out fine. Uganda Skateboard Society. Oh, they have sponsorships too. Founded in 2011 by Goze, you can actually put money in to help a society. So you can actually donate to people as well. Oh, that's what they're doing with, okay, cool. That's a nice little touch as well. So that's one NFT collection. Let's check out another one, which is vastly cheaper. But I don't know that much about it. I only found out about it today. So let's go and have a look. This is Arcana Core. Right? These are currently minting at 8 SUI each. SUI is $4, 8, 16, 24, $36, $40 for 36. Yeah, $36 for one of these NFTs. These are for an upcoming game, which is going to be released on the SUI network. And I was having a meeting today, or a phone call chat, I guess, not really a meeting, it wasn't very formal. And the man I was talking to, Kim, he was telling me about this project in particular, because I was telling him about what I was doing with SuidEX and with Sui Trump. And he told me what's happening here with the developer of the Arcana, right? What's happening here is you'll notice as these different pyramid-shaped objects are going by, you have some tickers down in the top right-hand corner here. These are all meme coins. We have Ica, that's pumpkin. I can't remember that one. That's some kind of dragon thing. I believe there's Dunies, there's Lofi, right? These are going to be stones which you own, so you can mint them, right? Well, let's mint one, right? So what you do is you take 8 SUI, you come here, you connect your wallet, and then you go mint now. Boom. Okay, so I'll mint another one. I think I've got a few. So we pay 8 SUI, service fee, 8.26 SUI in total, $40, right? We get this. This is a speculative play on if this game is going to be as fun as I think it's going to be. The way it works is that each one, depending on the meme coin, which is linked to the NFT, you can then send in the meme coin into the NFT to somehow upgrade your NFT, essentially, right? So if it's this one, I got a pumpkin one, right? So this is pumpkin token. Pumpkin token you can find on Bubble, I'm pretty sure. It's the token which we used with the trading bot. Yeah, here's pumpkin. Can't spell pumpkin because I'm a retard. Okay, pumpkin, $1.2 million market cap coin. Good, nice meme coin actually with great utility. I use their trading bot, which is over here. I used the trading bot to, it does trades for me on Bluefin. Essentially, it's very nice. It's not loading up right now though. Oh, there we go. So they have their own trading bot, which I've been meaning to do a video on. I'm sorry, I haven't had time to do the video on it, but it's still working away. I can stop the bot, then start the bot, and then it's going to populate what's happening up on Bluefin. So this bot has done all this for me. It's got my buy and sell zones. I'm up in the last 30 days since I started with this bot. I am up, I think, 10% still. Possibly. I'm always going long. Is my problem. You have to either choose long or short still. They don't have the option to go both yet, but they are going to add that. Yeah, I'm up about 10% or 20%, I think. It's not loading. Great. Never loads when you want it to load. But anyway, so back to Arcane. Essentially, you're going to be, I think, feeding the meme coin into the NFT to upgrade it. And from there, it will progress into other things. So quite interesting concept, I think, for this. The website doesn't really give much away. This is the website. Nothing much. At Enigma AI Studio, we believe that great design is more than just aesthetics. It's about creating meaningful, intuitive experiences that resonate with users. Our approach is rooted in collaboration and innovation. We work closely with our clients to understand their unique vision and goals, transforming ideas into digital solutions that leave a lasting impression. At the core of our philosophy is a simple belief: design should inspire, engage, and make an impact. And then they go through, this essentially started on the ETH chain, and then they've migrated over to SUI with what they're working on. So we can find them also on X. So here we have a tweet from Uber Geek who's talking about Soulseed, right? So they've got 3,591 followers. We find out a bit more information. Kind of finding that out this live. Did I mint before I knew how it worked? Yes. Heroes, please check your wallets for OG passes. You must explain how it works first. SoulSeed is the ultimate gaming playground on SUI network, where communities and gamers unite to own their adventure. Find dynamic heroes that absorb the traits of your NFTs to tradable items and even user-created games. SoulSeed puts you in control of a new era of gaming. Okay, so it's a much bigger scope than I actually thought it was going to be that they're working out here. So you can find them on X, SoulSeed. I think I'll link the mint in the description for this, but you can find it here. SoulSeed.io is when they're talking what they're talking about. So that's interesting. They're talking about heroes. You can get a hero from your. So I guess this is like the entry pass to get into the game, essentially. I think very mysterious. I kind of like the mysterious aspect of it. Creating minds can spin up SUI games for our SoulSeed Arcana core mint. Make games using AI. Wow. Add utility to every meme coin. Free and paid tournaments. Don't need to know move. So you can make games without knowing move, essentially, is what you can do with the power of this NFT for 8 SUI. Cool. Nice partners as well. Some of these coins are quite large, like Lofi and Ica are very big coins. So I think the developer of this, here's something here that they have. This dagger does a small amount of damage, but poisons the target for several seconds after it hits, deals a small amount of damage. So it's some kind of equipment they're going to use. You can edit the item that's going to be used in the game. Okay. So big scope, tiny price. It's my kind of project. So yeah, I've got 5 of these. I'll probably give one away. Why not? And we can, have some fun with that. So look out for that. I'm going to give away one of these Arcana pyramid rune objects, right? Another ways, let's talk about one more project before we're off. This is how we work with, actually, let's try one more time. Dunies Blaster, are you ready? I'm not going to submit that score. I suck. Okay, let's go. Oh, no. Ah! God damn it. I need to. I can't embarrass myself live on stream. What if my mother's watching? Oh my God. Okay. We're going to check out one more project before we head off, which is over here. We talked about them before. This is Chop. So Chop on SUI. Chop have a large amount of stuff going on all over the SUI network, right? And they're also launching an NFT. They have an NFT that's available right now for mint. The way that Chop works is that they have a DApp and they have their NFTs. Their DApp is multifaceted. It is involved with community, right? So they have a working swapper. So they swap back. They are aggregating 7K, essentially. So they plugged in 7K aggregator and you can swap back and forth tokens. They have Hype, which is built for people who want to try and build up their meme coins. Support Chop and strengthen your community, their community with Hype system. You can contribute using Chop or SUI. You can drive impact. So essentially, if you are holding Chop or any of these tokens, you can decide you want to hype up another token. For example, you want to hype up Shock, AquaShock. You want to hype Shock, you then connect your wallet, and then you can give funds in to make the Shock future better by adding to their marketing funds, right? So it's very much community-focused building platform for that. You can lock tokens as well to add community trust to whatever project. So for example, if you were, I know that Shock locked their tokens, or if you were the holder of Shock, you could set a lock time. Say you're a whale in Shock, you could say, I'm going to lock my tokens to show that I'm a whale and I'm holding them for the long term, not planning on selling, and that gives more confidence to other people to come in and buy because they know that you're not going to dump on them. And also the developers can do that as well. So they can lock in on Shock. They also run pre-sales as well. And they now, from all of this, of course, this generates revenue for ChopSwap. And what they've done is they've made a revenue-based NFT on the old TradePort, where we can probably find it. What's it called again? Chop? Must be Chop. Chop, top. What's the NFT? Chop heads. SUI, something heads. Something heads. Let's find it. SUI, there we go. I found it. Look at that. My memory. Like a cat, like an elephant. So SUI heads. And by owning one of these NFTs, when they all sell out, you are going to get revenue share of their already functioning business model. So they've made a business, they have a swap, they have a hype thing, they have a locker, they have different things going on in their ecosystem and their token and growing utility. And you can buy the NFT and share in the revenue that they're making, which is great. If you wanted to mint one of these, you can come here and mint. They're not cheap. They're 110 SUI, so they're more expensive than even the Dunies. And there's only 223 of them. They're currently 51% minted out, right? So they're half minted out. They've been minting for a while. So I think that these are a slow burn. And once all of them are minted out, they're going to release their next utility for them. And I believe that this will be a valuable NFT. I'm trying to put aside funds to grab one, actually, because I think it'll be a pretty good play for the SUI bull run. Because the community that Chop builds, they are continuously adding more and more people to their X spaces. He does one every single day. He's been doing X spaces every day for like almost a year, the developer of Chop. So the community is growing. The people who are using Chop are growing. So it might be actually like investing into a legitimate business. Imagine that in crypto. Investing into a legitimate business in crypto. What's happening here? Okay, so I'm going to head off for now. We've hit half an hour. That was how long I wanted to go in this video. We have Jake Terrell in the comments. Richie's the man. Long live King Richie. Long live Sui Trump. Thanks very much for the kind words. He won the last raffle. And we do have a raffle running right now on the Sui Trump Telegram, by the way, across all Sui Trump, because we're scraping the Sui blockchain. Any buys of Sui Trump token right now get put into a draw. The winner will get 30 Sui tokens. That is 110 bucks. It's drawn in about 5 days. So you can come into our Telegram, type hash raffle stats. It will show you how long the raffle has left. It's still running. You got good time. You got 5 days to do it. Any buys. So buy on Thesis, for example, come to our website, the link in the description, then click on Thesis, right? When you go to Thesis, it'll bring you to buy. When you buy, you don't have to register or anything. You just have to essentially you can join the Telegram to know that you've won, right? Because the bot will announce it. But if you don't, you could put in 5. That will get you 353,000 Sui Trump, right? 1 ticket per Sui Trump bot. So that means you get 353,000 tickets for the raffle, right? You can come for a swap. That's it. You're done. The bot has already registered that and it's put it into the database that I've built. But if you want to see if you won it or not, then you should be in the Telegram, because I'll announce the winner and then you'll know you've won it, and then I'll send you the funds. Yes, so actually Jake Terrell was the winner of the last raffle, the lucky man, which is cool. And we'll continue doing raffles. So 5 days for the current one. All good there. Peace. I've been Crypto Mischief. Don't forget to sign up for SuidEX, and I will see you in the next video. Don't get wrecked.